Zac Efron is back on Netflix with his new documentary series Down to Earth Season 2. Let's see if it's worth your time. Hey everybody, my name is Justin here. I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services like Netflix. If you guys are like me, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more up and coming content. I enjoyed the first season of Down to Earth. I can't remember when it was released. I remember it like during COVID, and I thoroughly enjoyed that, watching Zac Efron explore different parts of the world and seeing how people lived. He explored Iceland and France and Costa Rica and Puerto Rico, and talked about renewable energy, water system, commitment to small environmental footprints, pollution reduction efforts in London, beekeeping, and boosting your immune system. So many things within here about living. I enjoyed that first season and just exploring the world. The second season is just focused in Australia. But in the second season, he travels around Australia with wellness expert Darin Olien in search of healthy, sustainable ways to live. But also this brings viewers to beautiful locals where they seek out sustainable practices in a way that is both educational and enlightening, embracing local food, culture, and customs throughout their journey. So this series also focuses on sustainable living, but also what Australia is going through, and a lot of it feels like an educational series. We even have animated moments within here where they're talking about the Great Barrier Reef and the Torres Strait and waste reduction and so much more. I felt like I was watching a series in high school where the teacher rolled in the TV cart and put on a show for us to watch. I felt like I was having to learn something, where that first season, I felt like it was just giving us natural moments. I learned a lot from that first season, but in a way that didn't feel like it was forcing any moments. This second season, wow, yes, everything in here is very important and people need to know about it. I feel like it was just forcing us to learn rather than having a fun way to go about it, because there are some drastic things that they talk about in here, like the aftermath of a devastating bushfire and searching ways to minimize your carbon footprint and looking at koalas and their extinction. There are some heavy topics in here. That first season had that nice balance of exploring the world, but also sustainable living and watching Zac Efron and Darin Olien going on adventures and exploring different parts of the world. The second season is just focused on Australia and a lot more of sustainable living and protecting Australia and the world rather than just like exploring the places and having fun. There's a lot more narration than that first season, so moments in between certain locations are very brief, and they're using tracking shots and overviews of Australia and wherever they're at, and narration from Zac Efron to cover a lot of the runtime for this series. And then we have Zac Efron just throwing in these random little jokes that just feel really out of place and cringy to listen to. But I did like the discussion on sustainable living. There was an episode on a self-sustaining home and how other businesses are trying to reduce waste. Those episodes felt like that first season, where a lot of the discussion on protecting Australia and the Great Barrier Reef and the forest fires feel like different topics for a different documentary series, where they were just throwing in sustainable living and protecting Australia, but then also on the other side trying to be educational about certain parts of the world. So while I did enjoy some moments of this series, I felt like I had to learn something rather than wanting to learn more about sustainable living. With those animated scenes that felt like they were trying to be educational and a lot of narration along the way, it felt very forceful, where that first season felt very natural. I think Zac Efron is a very natural narrator. His voice is very soothing. I think there's a lot of moments in here where you look at him and he wants to learn more about things, and he's enjoying his time in Australia, and we're all in all the other places he traveled in the first season exploring different things. It seems like he enjoys doing that. But as I was watching, I feel like I had to learn something rather than just sitting down to enjoy the series. So before I give you my score for Down to Earth season Season 2 on Netflix. Make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer reactions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie-related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit that subscribe button to get it all in one spot. I'm going to go ahead and give Down to Earth Season 2 a C+. Thank you guys for checking my review for Down to Earth Season 2 with Zac Efron. Have you guys seen it on Netflix? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.